Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will do your November money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading. And I'm feeling really good about your reading. So I just feel like there's going to be some breakthroughs and some good changes happening. For the readings this month, I will be using my original tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will use my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and then Sagittarius, I will be closing out your reading with a Spirit Animal Oracle card. Now, I have gotten quite a bit of feedback from all of you about the watermarking of my videos. I know it wasn't exactly the best for the month of October. So I think I got it figured out. So I will continue to brand my videos or watermark my videos. And I'm going to try and do it in a way that's less distracting. So again, I appreciate all of the feedback. I appreciate all of the patience and understanding. For those of you that don't know, someone did steal my videos and they were re-uploading their videos or my videos to YouTube as their own. So we're doing some things to, stay ahead of that. And again, I just want to say thank you all so much for your understanding in that situation. So, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get right into your reading. So, what do we need to know for the sign of Sagittarius as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2020? Okay, I've got cards flying all over. All right, Sagittarius, let's take a look at what's going on. So, if you hear my fan in the background, I still have it going full blast. It is still hot here in Las Vegas. Still hot. Two of Pentacles upright. Temperance, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups reverse, Eight of Cups upright, Eight of Pentacles upright. Okay. So it looks like you're busy. Looks like you have money coming in. But, some things are kind of happening, and it looks like you're kind of playing catch up this month. It's like you're trying to, get your finances back on track, as so many of us are. But you're also trying to kind of get a little bit ahead of the game, probably because the holidays are coming up. Also, it's just we're at the end of the year, and a lot of us are trying to plan out 2021. When I look at this, you have two of the main balance cards here, which tells me that you're working on it. Things aren't totally balanced financially for you just yet, Sagittarius, but you're working on it, right? You have the Page of Pentacles here in reverse, which means that, you probably had some setbacks that you're trying to deal with and you're recovering from. And it's kind of limited your choices in some way. But at the same time, you've been able to kind of eliminate some things. You've also been able to walk away and let go of some things. And you're staying busy. You've got your nose to the grindstone, so to speak. And you're staying busy. You're staying proactive. You're making money. You're paying bills. You're, doing all the things that a responsible person would do as it relates to money. Now, this is probably not that exciting, but usually the journey to success isn't always, full of things that are just exciting and, easy and fun. There is the day-to-day routine that we all have to go through in order to see some payoff at some time. So as I look at this, as we move into this first week of November, Sagittarius, that's kind of where you are. It's like you have a really good system in place that you're finally starting to really make some progress and really move forward, but things are just kind of happening in a very steady, uneventful way. But it's good because you do have work, you do have money coming in, but at the same time, it's almost like you're trying to, because things have been kind of difficult in the last few months, it's like you're trying to recover and get ahead at the same time. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But, overall, it looks like you have the slow and steady wins the race as it relates to money. Now, this is a very good thing because it's not risky. And it's also really good because it allows you to really be thoughtful as you make your decisions, your money decisions. So I see this as a good thing, Sagittarius. Like I said, it's probably not, the most exciting path to growth, but at the same time, you're not losing anything. You're not risking anything. And over time, you're going to see that all of this will pay off. Okay. All right. So let's see what else shows up for the sign of Sagittarius as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2020. All right, Sagittarius, as we move into the second week of November, you're going to see some positive changes here happening, especially as it relates to money. We have the Sun card here, which is very exciting. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, we also have the Three of Swords in the reverse here. Three of Swords in the reverse means that you are healing some type of emotional something. Could be emotional trauma, could be emotional wounds of some sort, but you're past the hurt and devastation phase. You are now in the healing and recovery phase. Again, I think this is really, really good because when we're not tied up emotionally, it allows us to have a lot more clarity as it relates to money-making decisions. This is a very good place to be because it means that you have a lot of, stability. You have a lot of, I want to say, logical, analytical energy that supports you going forward. You're not being swayed by emotions. You're looking at the realistic and holistic picture, and it allows you to really make thoughtful decisions and really thoughtful progress as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and so forth. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, I love when I see her because, again, this is the energy of behind thoughtful money decisions. This just kind of confirms what I've already said here, that you're no longer being influenced by emotions, that you are really taking control of your money situation in a way that is not radical, is not foolish, is not naive. You have a lot of information that you're using to your advantage in some way, and it is going to pay off. I can tell you that. You do have a little bit of anxiousness, maybe a little bit of worry as it relates to finances, and I think this is pretty much clear across the board because everybody is feeling a little anxious, especially as it relates to their money nowadays. So this is something that you are just going to have to work through, and you're just going to have to trust the process. Trust the plan, trust yourself. Sun card, again, one of the most positive cards in the deck. This tells me that once we kind of get towards the end of the second week of November, you are going to see some type of positive feedback, some type of good revelation as it relates to your money. Now, this could be work related, it could be in the form of a surprise gift, it could be anything, but just know that once we move into the second week of November, you are going to see some positive feedback. We also have the Ten of Wands in reverse, another good card because this means that you're not burning yourself out. This card tends to show up when we're taking on too much or there's overwhelm. When he shows up in the reverse, that means no, you are doing exactly what you can in the capacity that you can. You know, you're not trying to do too much, but you're not slacking either. It's like you are kind of figuring out what works for you, what is most profitable for you. You know, you're doing the things selectively that will pay off for you. And you're also taking the time to rest. You're also taking the time to regenerate so you can come up with new ideas and new strategies for making money. So let's see what else shows up for Sagittarius. Because overall, Sagittarius, I mean, things are not going to be, you know, it's not going to be fireworks and unicorns and all that stuff, but you have this very stable, steady progress. And I keep reiterating that because that is what I'm getting intuitively. It's like there's no confusion here. It's like you're very clear-headed. All right, so let's see what else shows up for the sign of Sagittarius. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. Ooh. I don't know. For the month of November 2020. Okay. I'm not sure if this, because this landed sideways on the floor. And I'm not feeling like intuitively this is supposed to be reverse. But let's see. Let's see what's going on here. King of Wands. Now, if you do have a job, King of Wands means somebody is watching you, someone is admiring you, someone has an eye on you. This isn't bad. This means that someone's noticing you. Now, sometimes this is bad if it shows up in the reverse because it means someone's watching you out of envy, jealousy, plotting, that type of thing. I don't get that here. Now, if you don't have a job, right, because a lot of you tell me, I'm not working, I don't have a job. How does this relate to me? Well, it doesn't mean that nobody's watching you. It doesn't mean that no one's paying attention. It's just in a different way. You could have someone in your family who's thinking of you, who wants to bless you financially. It could also be, too, that maybe a neighbor has, you know, extra food and they want to share it with you and they're thinking, oh, yeah, I'll take this over to her or I'll take this over to him. It could also be at the grocery store. You know, somebody's watching you and they see you need help, so they make an offer. So just know that this means somebody has their eye on you in a good way and they want to do something that's going to benefit you, right? Some people do things, believe it or not, just out of the kindness of their heart. And a lot of us are sometimes the lucky recipients of those, you know, thoughtful, generous actions. So I don't want you to feel that just because I say something is, you know, could be something in a work setting, it still applies to you even if you don't have a job. If you're a business owner, you know, there's somebody watching you who wants to do something positive, right? Somebody admires you, could be a vendor that wants to partner with you, wants to work with you. Even just getting a compliment, you know, whatever the case may be, it just means that somebody has their eye on you and they are watching you with some type of positive motive behind it. We also have the Eight of Wands here. Eight of Wands is the speed card. Things really start happening quickly for you once we reach the second half of November, Sagittarius, so get ready. We have the Empress card here in the reverse. Empress cards in the reverse talks about sometimes things get stalled. And I know that sounds confusing because we just talked about the card of speed here, but sometimes things stall just as quickly. And sometimes when things stall or when things happen, it means that the timing is not necessarily right. Now, there's timing in the sense of how quickly things happen, and there's timing in the sense of when is the right time for things to happen, okay? So if something does kind of slow down, stall, or feels like it's stifled in some way, don't get discouraged, because it probably means the timing is just not right for that particular thing. Now we also have the Two of Wands here. Two of Wands means that Sagittarius, you are making future plans as it relates to your money. This is very exciting, because you're starting to feel like now you're in a position to where you can make future plans as it relates to your money. Now, it doesn't have to always be money decisions, but it's probably a decision or some type of future planning that does involve finances to some degree, whether it be a vacation, whether it be retirement, whether it could be making an investment purchase, real estate, whatever the case may be. Now, the Four of Wands here, remember I intuitively said I don't feel like this card is supposed to be in the reverse. I'm going to interpret it as the upright, because I'm really feeling like this is the foundation card. This is the card that really starts setting things in place for you, especially as it relates to your money. This is the card that talks about stability. It talks about, things kind of coming together in a very harmonious way. This is also the marriage card. I see this card a lot when I have, business and corporate clients asking me about, partnerships, mergers, and that type of thing. This is a card that talks about things being very, very stable and very, very grounded. The foundation is solid, okay? And I just really want to reiterate that, because at the beginning of your reading, we talked about things feeling a little unsteady. As we move towards the third week of November, things are going to start really feeling like they are on solid ground for you. Finally, we have the Six of Swords here. Six of Swords talks about moving away. Now, I see this card a lot when we are talking about travel, vacation, going away. I really feel like this is going to be a card where you are going away. Now, of course, this makes sense. Third week of November. It's holiday time. A lot of us in the United States will be traveling to visit family, at least hopefully to the best of our ability, considering our current circumstances. But also, as it relates to money, for some of you, this means some type of an international project. For some of you, this could be an opportunity to invest. And I'm feeling really strong the word international here. Now, this could mean, a variety of things depending on who you are and what your situation is. But I'm feeling like this is a opportunity for some of you to either travel internationally for a job, or maybe to invest in a business that could be, internationally based, or maybe has offices all over the place. So this is a very exciting card. Also, this is a card that talks about leaving behind something that's not working and moving on to something that is much more suited to your lifestyle, to your preferences, to your goals. All right. So I see that once we kind of hit that third week of November, Sagittarius, you're going to be making some decisions. Whether or not you stay where you are, or whether or not you kind of pursue new opportunities that will allow you some movement in some way, whether it be travel, local travel, or whatever. All right. Oh, nice. All right, so let's see what else shows up for Sagittarius as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of November 2020. Okay. All right, so we do have a repeater card here. We have that Three of Swords. Remember, we saw him up here Star card, Two of Cups reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Interesting that you got the Wheel of Fortune, but then you also have the Star card here. Now these are two very positive, powerful cards. Star card literally could be you being the star. This is also the card of very good, robust vitality, health. So I'm feeling like that's kind of the energy I'm picking up here. The other thing about the star card is it means that something is about to pay off. Like your hard work is also about to pay off. Once we close out the final week of November, you know, there's something that's going to finally pay off for you. Now, I know we talked about that here. We thought we saw, you know, hints of something good showing up for you. It definitely shows up once we hit the end of November, so get ready. Two of Cups in the reverse. This is you going your own way, Sagittarius. You know, there's something going on to where you decide that you could be better off doing your own thing. And I think we kind of talked about that here, but we have the Two of Cups, which means a divine separation, could be a divine uncoupling, so to speak. But I also see this more as a card of independence, meaning you could have been really close working with someone, and now you've decided that you'd like to kind of be more independent, doing your own thing, especially, you know, money, work, finance related things. This is very good because it's going to give you more options. It's going to give you more opportunities to explore other things that could be very, very profitable. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, it means things are still going. You're still making money, you know, but you're just starting to get a little bit bored. You know, you want to see what else is out there. You want to see what other things you can do, what other things you can try. And you probably will start trying a lot of new things, especially as we close out November going into December. Now we have the Three of Swords here. We saw him here again. Again, this is emotional healing. This is emotional recovery, letting go of emotional traumas. This is a process, you know, it's not like a one and done. This is something that goes in phases, you know, and you're releasing, you're healing, you know, and every day you're getting stronger and stronger. And again, this gives you more clarity, more wisdom, and more insight to pursue things that are, you know, financially beneficial for you. Finally, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse talks about, you know, being a little careful because things can change very quickly without notice, without expectation. This is not anything that's really going to knock you out of the game, Sagittarius, but sometimes things can take a quick shift, right? So it's about being prepared. It's about staying ready so you don't have to get ready. That's kind of the message I'm getting from this. So, you know, just keep your eyes and ears open. Be ready, because if things change, you want to be in a position to kind of just roll with the changes instead of falling victim to the changes. So overall, Sagittarius, you have a pretty solid month here. I see some healing. I see some growth. I also see things really just kind of working out in a very good way. You know, you may have to kind of adjust as the month rolls along, but it looks like you're going to have some good opportunities, and there's really nothing here to indicate that you have anything to worry or be anxious about. So let's go ahead and close out your reading, Sagittarius, with a spirit animal oracle card. Another one of my favorite decks. Oh, okay. So we got two cards. So we got Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. And then we have Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. Yes, both of these definitely, I think, were energies showing up in your reading. You see clearly now. Again, we talked about that. We talked about you having the emotional clarity, the Three of Swords, and then tend to the small things. I think this is really in connection with this Wheel of Fortune here. Remember, I said things can change very quickly, unexpectedly. You can probably hedge that off by taking care of the small things before they become big things. All right, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, drop them down below. If you'd like to connect with me for a private reading, I will have that information linked for you in the description. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it again next month.